All right, deep divers, buckle up, because today's story is one of those you can't make this stuff up moments in the world of football.
Oh, I like that.
We're talking career comebacks, unexpected detours, and a midfielder who's proving that sometimes the path less traveled leads to the most interesting places.
Now, that's a deep dive if I ever heard one. It's a story that really makes you think about ambition, opportunity, the sheer willpower it takes to stay in the game.
No more teasing. Let's set the scene. We're talking about Francis Coquelin, a name that might ring a bell for those who remember those Arsenal squads from a few years back.
Ah, yes, Coquelin. A player who knows his way around a Premier League pitch, that's for sure.
Exactly. Known for his tenacity, his work rate, a real engine in the midfield.
Absolutely.
But here's where things take an interesting turn.
Oh.
Coquelin's a free agent now, and his journey to find a new club. Well, let's just say it's taken a bit of an unexpected detour.
An understatement, perhaps. His contract with Villarreal finished up this past summer, and, well, the word on the street is he's been keeping fit with UD Alzira.
UD Alzira? UD Alzira. It sounds almost mythical, like some exclusive training camp hidden away in the mountains where players go to rediscover their spark.
Not quite the image that comes to mind, I'm afraid. We're talking Alzira, Spain, and UD Alzira. They're battling it out in the Spanish 4th Division.
4th Division. For a player who shared the pitch with some of the biggest names in football, okay, now that's what we call a head-scratcher.
It certainly raises some eyebrows, you know. You'd think a player of his caliber, with his experience, his track record, would be fielding offers left and right from all the top clubs.
Right, you'd think so.
But that's where this story takes another turn.
Hold on. Don't leave me hanging. There's more to this than meets the eye, isn't there?
There always is in football, isn't there? Word on the street is that Leeds United, Leeds United, currently battling it out in the championship to try and get back into the Premier League. They've apparently reached out to Coquelin.
Okay, now that is interesting. Leeds in the championship. A club with such a passionate fan base, a real history of punching above their weight.
Yeah.
But they're a world away from those glamorous Champions League nights the Coquelin's used to. So what's the connection? What's the story there?
Well, it seems Leeds have found themselves in a bit of a bind. You see, injuries have really hit their midfield hard lately.
Yeah, I was reading about that. Ilya Gruev and Ethan Ampadu both out.
That's rough.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And they need someone to step in and fill that gap, and they need it fast.
So they're looking for someone who can handle the championship, right? Someone who knows what it takes to win in that league.
Yeah.
Someone who can hit the ground running.
Precisely. They need experience, and they need it now.
Okay, so that makes sense. But Coquelin, he's 33 now.
Yeah.
Is he really the answer for Leeds at this point in his career? Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? That's what makes this whole situation so fascinating. On paper, it might seem like an odd pairing. A player of his pedigree playing in the Spanish 4th Division, and now potentially heading to the championship. It's not exactly the typical career trajectory.
You've got a point there. But then again, football's full of these unexpected partnerships that somehow just click, you know?
Exactly. It's the beauty of the sport.
And let's not forget, Coquelin's no stranger to proving the doubters wrong. Remember that nasty ligament injury he picked up back in 23? A lot of people thought that would be it for him at the top level.
That's right. It was a career-threatening injury for sure.
A real test of his resilience. But he battled back from that, fought his way back onto the pitch. And get this, while he was rehabbing, working his way back to fitness training with UD Alzira, he also managed to earn himself a UEFA diploma in football management.
Now that right there tells you everything you need to know about Francis Coquelin. That's dedication. He could have easily chosen the comfortable path, eased into a coaching role, enjoyed some well-deserved time off. But no, he wanted more. He's driven to prove he's still got it.
He's not content with just fading away. He wants to go out on his own terms.
Exactly.
And training with a 4th Division team, when you've got a UEFA coaching badge in your back pocket, that's a statement if you ask me. This isn't about the money, this is about passion.
I think you've hit the nail on the head. It's about the love of the game, the pure joy of stepping onto the pitch, the camaraderie, the roar of the crowd. It's about proving something to himself and to the world.
So what's his end game here? What's he hoping to achieve? Is it helping Leeds get back to the Premier League? Is it about proving he can still compete at a high level? Or is it something else entirely?
That's the beauty of it, isn't it? We don't know. And that's what makes this so compelling to watch unfold. Maybe success for Coquelin is simply rediscovering that love for the game after what he's been through. Maybe it's about mentoring younger players at Leeds, sharing his experience, helping them develop.
Maybe success isn't about trophies or accolades.
Right.
Maybe it's about the journey, the personal growth.
Absolutely.
It's a good reminder for all of us, really, no matter what we do in life. Never lose sight of that initial spark, that passion that drove us in the first place.
It really is. And you know what's even more interesting? Before this whole Leeds thing started making headlines,
Yeah.
there was a bit of a whisper going around, a rumor that Coughlin had been considering a return to his old stomping ground.
You don't mean
Yeah.
Valencia.
Yeah.
Valencia. Now, that's a blast from the past.
Yeah.
He had some good years there, didn't he?
He did. He really did. So why didn't it happen? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Right. What happened there?
Honestly, your guess is as good as mine. It's a bit of a mystery. Those transfer windows, they're shrouded in secrecy.
Always more than meets the eye.
Exactly.
This whole Coquelin story, it's like a puzzle box. The more we dig into it, the more layers we uncover.
It really is. Was it a timing issue? Did Valencia's needs not quite align with where Coughlin was at in his career? Or maybe they just didn't see him fitting into their plans at that particular moment. Who knows?
I guess we can only speculate. It really makes you think, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
About how one decision, one missed opportunity, can send a player's career down a totally different path.
The domino effect in football, it's a powerful thing. And it reminds us that we often only see a fraction of what's really going on behind the scenes.
Absolutely. So we've got Coughlin, a player seemingly driven by passion, a club with a history of exceeding expectations and more questions than answers. What does success even look like in this scenario?
That's the beauty of it, isn't it? There's so many possibilities. Maybe for Coughlin, success is just rediscovering that joy for the game after the injury, the uncertainty. Or maybe it's about him becoming a mentor at Leeds, guiding those younger players, passing on his knowledge.
It's a good reminder that success doesn't always have to be about trophies or awards. Sometimes it's about the journey, the personal growth.
Couldn't agree more.
Well said. Well said. So what's next for Francis Coughlin? Will he be donning the white of Leeds? Will he be making a triumphant return to Spain? Or will he surprise us all and take his talents elsewhere?
One thing's for sure, this is a story with a lot of potential twists and turns left. But whatever happens, Coughlin's journey is a testament to the unpredictable nature of football. And a reminder that in this sport, just like in life, it's never really over until it's over.
And even then, there's always another chapter waiting to be written. Francis Coughlin, the comeback kid, the unexpected journey. The story that reminds us to never underestimate the heart of a champion. Deep Divers will be back next week with another deep dive into the captivating world of football. Until then, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep the passion for the beautiful game alive.